Hey, what's good everybody? We are back on another video. In this video I have something that's probably a little bit interesting to you guys and something that you guys can definitely interact with. So let's get right into it. Alright, so in this video we're doing a type of thing where I kind of predict what's going to happen for the 2019 season or how the cuts will go for the offseason for the Detroit Lions. Now, how can you guys interact, you may ask? Well, very simple. Just comment down below. Comment down below your thoughts. Maybe you could say yes or no to every single one of these just like I do. Give me your reasons why. And you know, it's just all of our opinions, right? None of us actually know what's going to happen. We're not in Detroit Lions locker room, but it's really fun to make predictions. So that's why I decided to bring this video to you guys. I'm sorry the videos have been kind of slow the last couple of days. Problem is, we didn't have Wi-Fi at all. Like, no Wi-Fi because we were getting new ones. I literally just bought it and I had to figure out how to set up. I finally figured out how to set it up. It's like 1 o'clock in the morning. I just did a live stream. But look, I need to get some videos out to you guys because I feel that need to. So that's what we're going to do here. We're going to be looking at 7 players. I came up with 7 players that are probably on that roster bubble. Now, there's definitely other players that could be on the roster bubble, but I came up with these 7. And what we're going to be doing is really predicting whether or not they will make the team and why. So let's get this thing started. Coming in at number 7, I have Jamal Agnew. Jamal Agnew, obviously a cornerback for the Detroit Lions, but he's definitely known as our kick/punt returner, a really good punt returner, but can kick return as well. We do have some options there though too, even if he was cut. Now, why is he on this list? He struggles at that cornerback position. He's just not known for being a good cover guy, but he's so fast and he's so electric in that return game. That's why he's on the team. I mean, that alone is why he's on the team. He's not a great cornerback, but he brings that to the table, and that's why he's on the team. So what do I think? I think he does make the team for 2019. Just that ability to be a great kick returner is a reason that you have to keep him around. These guys are not easy to find, and Jamal Agnew is one of the best in the league when he's healthy. He had to deal with some injuries, but when he has been healthy, he's been absolutely great. So Jamal Agnew, I do believe he will make the team, but he is definitely on the roster bubble with some new additions that we've made this offseason and other guys that can also play kick returner like Ty Johnson, like Danny Amendola, like Brandon Powell. So there's definitely going to be a lot of, battles going on there. Now, I actually don't have Brandon Powell in this video, but he would have made sense to put in here. The reason I didn't put a lot of wide receivers in here because I didn't want a lot of wide receivers in here. I thought that would get boring, so I try to keep a good mix here. Next up, we have a guy that maybe don't talk a lot about, and that is Kevin Strong. Kevin Strong, the defensive lineman. Now, Kevin Strong is one of those guys that is in a good position actually in the roster bubble, and you're like, how is that a good thing? Kevin Strong is probably one of those guys who would have never expected to be here. Like, he has been playing so well this offseason. He's really fought his way up to the roster bubble position to the point where we're talking about, will he make the final roster? This was not a guy you thought would. Now, he may end up on the practice squad anyways, but throughout this entire offseason, he has been producing. He's coming up with big plays. He's playing well in individual drills, one-on-one drills, joint practices. He's just doing well overall, and he's helping out this defensive line. And Matt Patricia is not one of those guys that just looks at the name and he says, okay, yeah, you're going to make team, you're not going to make team because I know you. It doesn't matter. This guy's performing on the field, and that gives him a very, very good chance to make this 53-man roster. The one problem that he has is it's a very deep defensive line group. We just brought in Mike Daniels, who also plays that tackle position, so he has tons of competition there. We brought in PJ Johnson throughout the draft, and really there's another guy that he's definitely going to be competing with. It hurts me to say this. I don't think he will make that final 53-man roster, but I do believe he'll probably end up on the practice squad. Maybe he'll end up somewhere else. So if he does end up somewhere else, good luck to you, Kevin Strong. But hey, you never know. You could definitely still make the team. So he comes in at number 6. Now, hopping into the top 5, coming in at number 5 is PJ Johnson. So this is another defensive lineman. Why is he on here? Well, he was a late-round pick in our draft. At the same time, again, we have a lot of depth at this position. It's always hard to give up rookies, right? Because why would you want to give up a guy that you drafted? You literally use your draft pick on this guy, and to not put him on your roster seems crazy sometimes. But at the same time, there's a chance this guy doesn't make it. It's not because of the fight. It's just the fact that there are so many good defensive linemen on our team. It's just going to be hard to fill out that defensive line position with guys like PJ Johnson. But I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. I believe you will make the team being a rookie. That definitely helps you out. But your second year, you're definitely going to have to do some stuff for us. Or Matt Patricia will probably find somewhere else to go. But I believe he will definitely get better. Again, he's a rookie. You have to give him time. We haven't seen much of him either. So from Arizona, good luck, PJ Johnson. Do your thing in 2019. Next up, coming in at number 4, I have a wide receiver. So the first and only wide receiver on here, because again, I didn't want to put tons of wide receivers on here because that would get boring. But this is Travis Fulgham. And Fulgham's interesting because Fulgham is another rookie. But Fulgham's one of those guys that I think a lot of people were hyped about from Old Dominion, the first drafted offensive player from Old Dominion. but at the same time, he's definitely on the roster bubble. Without a doubt, I think he's on the roster bubble. And it's unfortunate to see a rookie on here, but again, you see another one. Why? Because we have so much depth at that wide receiver position. We're playing without guys like Marvin Jones and Danny Amendola, but the guys that have been stepping up to fill in those spots have been playing well, okay? Chris Lacy has been great. Chris Lacy has been really good. He's been playing with the first team. He's been really good, and he's really the main reason that Travis Fulgham's on this list. If it wasn't for Chris Lacy, Travis Fulgham wouldn't be here because Travis Fulgham would have to make the team. But because of Chris Lacy and him fighting to make the team, which is really looking like he's making a case that he should be on the team, now you add another wide receiver to your top 3. That gives you 4. Now you have to make a decision because you're probably only going to keep 5. I mean, it's very hard, it's very slim that you keep 6. Now you have Jermaine Kearse on IR, so that would have been your 5. So he actually got a little bit of a benefit from that maybe. But there's definitely a lot of options go on here with Brandon Powell, Andy Jones. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens. Good luck to you, Travis Fulgham. Do your thing, whatever happens to you. Now, into the top 3, we have Michael Ford. And again, I hate putting Michael Ford on here just because Michael Ford did so much for us last season. And you may say he wasn't great. But again, I just respect Michael Ford. I say it all the time, but I do. But Michael Ford does come on this list. Why? Because, well, one, he had a bad preseason week 1. We can't deny that. He wasn't great. But again, it was the first preseason week, so I'm not going to overreact. But 2, again, the depth. The depth is just there. Okay, let's just run through this real quick. Darius Slay, in. Rashawn Melvin, in. Justin Coleman, in. Amani Oruwariye, in. That's 4. You may keep 6. Yikes, right? So he's already in a tough position. I already have Jamal Agnew making it, like I said, so that's 5. Now you keep one more guy, and you guys will see in a second. You already know what's coming. But I actually, unfortunately, have it as a no. And why do I have it as a no? Well, because the next guy named Tease Tabor. Jalen Tease Tabor, you better ball out, man. Because Jalen Tease Tabor, his problem is, earlier in the offseason, I would have been like, yeah, he's a lock. He's doing his thing. He's going to make the team. Bob Quinn likes him. He's going to make the team. But now he's been dealing with so many injuries, and he hasn't played in so long. It's like, what do we do? What can we do with you? I know it's an injury and it's not your fault, but it's still an injury and not out on the field. So what can we really do with that? And if Tease Tabor makes the team, I don't see Ford making it. Ford makes the team, I don't see Tease making it. I only see 6 cornerbacks, and I've already named 5. Now it's really one of those guys. I think Tease does make it because Ford doesn't, but who knows? I mean, that's going to be one of the best battles to watch. I'm really rooting for both of these guys. It's going to be hard to see either of them get cut because I just don't want to see that. I hate seeing players get cut. It's honestly one of the most sad things in sports is watching players get cut. I know it's sports. I know it's still unfortunate. And now coming in at number 1 is a guy you may have not expected, and that's why I put him here, and that's Tom Savage. Tom Savage comes in at number 1. Yes, the backup quarterback. Why is there a backup quarterback on here? Why is Tom Savage on here? Tom Savage is our best backup quarterback, a lot of you may say. Now, we haven't seen Josh Johnson yet, but a lot of you may say, well, because of that brain injury. And I've heard reports that it's probably a little bit worse than we saw it, and he may not be back until week 1, like practicing or anything again. And if that's the case, Matt Patricia, knowing that he's had 3 injuries in the last 4 seasons, it's going to be hard to keep a guy around like Tom Savage. Okay, you already brought in Josh Johnson, so that's comp, right? That's competition. You're probably only going to keep 2 quarterbacks, and you have Fales and Josh Johnson and Matthew Stafford. That's 3 guys. So you're probably, I mean, you really have 4 with Tom Savage. So say you cut David Fales. Now you're at 2 without Tom Savage. There you go, right? So I don't know what it's going to mean, but bringing Josh Johnson definitely hurt, and this injury is so unfortunate. That's why injuries stink. The worst part of sports, I've said it multiple times, is injuries, and it can cost people jobs. So we'll see what happens there. Tom Savage comes in number 1. I don't see him making the team just because of this. Yes, I'm going out on a limb there. You guys may not agree, and if you don't agree, that's fine. Just let me know in the comments below what your thoughts are, and I will definitely take a look at those. Anyways, thank you guys for being with me. For sitting here and watching me do a video because it's been fun. It's been a good time. Anyways, thank you for watching. You guys have been great, and I'm out.